Hello everyone, this is Cj2xtrme here.
And this is Cj2xtrme.
Yes, this is CJ, and we're on my channel, obviously, because this is where you're watching it. But, we're here because a brand new Pokemon game has been announced, and it is called Pokemon Go. And it is a little different because it is going to be it was announced to be released on iPhones, which...
And Android.
Yes. So basically, Pokemon is becoming a tablet franchise now. It's going on to like tablets and smartphones. How do you feel about Nintendo going into the smartphone business? CJ.
Well, they're mostly doing this with the Pokemon company right now regarding all these new Pokemon games coming out on mobile devices. There's the new Pokemon trading card game, this Pokemon Island game, of course, the new Pokemon Go, and also I believe it was Pokemon Shuffle.
Oh, that's right. Pokemon Shuffle is on iOS devices now. But I also remember that the Pokemon Company has an app now where you can watch episodes of the Pokemon anime and some of the Pokemon movies.
Or Pokemon Origins.
Yep, they had that too when that was brand new. I'm not sure if they have that anymore, but
Good.
But basically, if you haven't heard of Pokemon Go before, basically it is a mobile game where you can travel across the world, quite literally. You are going to have to travel across the Earth. I'm not joking. You're going to have to do some physical real-life traveling in a Pokemon game to catch...
Well, you could at least go on a plane.
Yeah,
that's
true.
Just try to catch Pokemon on a plane.
If you wanted to, you could just take a plane trip around the world, but I'm not sure that's how this thing works. But,
actually, I was told it actually might be able to work like that.
Either way, you're basically traveling across the globe, and you can find certain Pokemon in certain areas, and you can catch them, and things like that. For example, the only one that I can remember right now is that Mewtwo is going to be available in New York City.
That we know of.
As far as we know.
Which gives me into my first topic.
Yeah?
Are we sure, there might be exclusives to each kind of region inside the world.
I feel like that's probably going to be the case, because Nintendo doesn't pass up offers like that. That actually, the thing with Mewtwo actually brings me into my first point. I'm saying that there's going to be a bunch of people playing this game, and that's going to mean that there's going to be a bunch of people running around New York City chasing after Mewtwo, which I'm going to make a little wager here. I'm going to bet that within the first year of the game being out, there is going to be some sort of incident where somebody gets injured because they were trampled by a bunch of people chasing after a Pokemon. I'm not joking. That's going to happen. You know it.
Honestly, I'm very excited for this. Regarding Mewtwo, he is a very popular legendary Pokemon, probably being one of my favorite Pokemon of all time. So,
he's on my top 10 list, even though that one's horribly outdated, yeah.
Not only has he made his return in Smash,
of course,
but finally, we actually get a real-life Pokemon game. But regarding the legendaries in this, it looks like you only got 10 minutes to capture them.
That could just be an example time. We probably have a lot longer to do that.
I'm not really sure, regarding that he's one of the most powerful Pokemon in the whole entire world.
Either way. Let's see. Is there anything else you'd like to bring up about...
Well, first, I would like you to go first.
I don't really have anything else to say, actually. I do.
Okay.
So far, well, you already brought this up when we were talking about this before, but so far we've only seen Gen 1 Pokemon, Kanto Pokemon, the original 151.
Yeah, we've only seen Generation 1 so far.
Yep.
So, you're welcome, Gen 1ers, I guess.
Yeah, you guys are going to be happy now. They were the first ones in the trailer. But they're probably going to add the rest of them.
They probably already have all of them. The reason I think that is, remember that April Fool's Day prank with Google Maps?
Yeah, this is pretty much it.
They showed a bunch of deerlings running off and stuff like that.
Yeah, actually, I think I might want to look that up at some point. Yeah, I might as well look it up now.
I think, one of the most interesting things that could happen, right?
Yeah.
Might actually be that you can find EV anywhere, but finding the evolutions themselves in different kinds of rare areas for example, like, as they say, Pikachu at the Eiffel Tower, maybe we'll find, Jolteon.
That could work.
And let's say, like, most Pokemon, like, are, like, in gym, kind of like gym areas regarding that. There's usually just one type there. That means we can expect the fire types to be with the fire types, water and water with the water types. Much like that.
Huh.
Maybe we'll see the normal type, or, like, the normal types come out during the day, and fairies around flowers, and probably dark types around the night.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
Just then, like, try and get an Umbreon and an Espeon.
Yeah, that would be a pain. Just looking.
Well, not really.
Pokemon
We could see
Challenge.
an Umbreon just walking in the dark, just like, like.
Pokemon Challenge.
That's pretty cool.
2014.
But
okay.
as I was telling Turtlecraft C1 earlier, I said a hint to him saying possibly something rare. And as most of you might have guessed, I'm actually referring to shinies.
Oh, I completely forgot about shiny Pokemon. Yeah, they're probably going to be in there somewhere.
Just imagine, like, running into your red Gyarados or your black Charizard. And just imagine how, like, just encountering a shiny Mewtwo right on one of your first days playing the game.
Yeah, that would be awesome. But as far as I can tell, I was trying to look for a comparison between the models in the Pokemon Challenge and Pokemon Go, but as far as I know, since that was just a trailer, there weren't actually any real, like, pictures of models or anything in that released.
It's because of the original, the Pokemon kind of, Google Maps game, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was actually kind of fake regarding, of course it was April Fool's Day, but when you actually played it and actually did the game, all there were like 2D 8-bit sprites of Pokemon on a Google map.
Ah.
It wasn't even close to being as cool as the April Fool's Day Pac-Man Google map one.
That wasn't April Fool's Day.
No, it was on April Fool's Day as well.
What, the Pac-Man map? That wasn't an April Fool's Day. That was for celebrating the 30th anniversary of Pac-Man.
On April Fool's Day.
It was for celebrating Pac-Man. They used it for April Fool's this year?
Yeah.
Huh. That's odd.
Because I remember playing it on April Fool's Day.
Well, you can still pull up the website for it. It's not lost. So you could have just played the website.
Second. Okay, I'm back.
Okay, good.
So, I'm thinking regarding all of this, and like how it's probably just going to be Gen 1 Pokemon. If they do add more Pokemon in the future, it'd still be awesome to maybe have Mega Evolutions already.
Yep, I'm sure they're definitely going to add Gen 2 through 6 at some point. I need to get my hands on a Greninja, let me tell you what.
Maybe regarding Mega Evolutions, what if you actually had to go into mines and caves and like pretend like fossils, stuff like that?
Yeah, that would actually be pretty cool if you find like Helix fossils and things like that, and you can sort of like fakely dig them up through the app and then bring them to someplace somewhere.
I was looking over the kind of information that we got, and J-Witz told me, right? By watching his video, right?
Yep.
Right?
Shout out to J-Witz. Not like he needs a shout out. Pretty much most of you have probably watched him.
He stated that it is a free game that you have to you're allowed to purchase in-game things.
So there are in-game purchases. I thought there would be.
Yes.
Most games have in-game purchases with them.
The only thing is, it did show like three Pokeballs, being the Pokeball, Ultra Ball, and Great Ball. So I'm still sure they're probably going to do something that you can buy a Master Ball for.
Probably.
Yeah. Maybe they have like a whole monthly pack subscription, like you get a Master Ball per month.
That would actually be pretty cool, yeah.
Yeah.
I'd love to see that.
Or maybe you're just going to have to purchase the legendary trio of birds, Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres.
But who would want to purchase their own Pokemon?
Well,
actually, What if you were to bring them to the Nintendo World in New York City?
Wasn't I talking to you about that earlier?
I think you were, actually, yeah. But
yeah, go to the Pokemon Center in New York City, and since anyway, New York City, if there are exclusive things, and they did show Mewtwo off there, regarding that,
perhaps you could get a Mew there.
That we can get exclusives around the world from Nintendo World.
That would actually be pretty cool, yeah. Like, if you... Like, since Mewtwo is in New York City, do you think we could have a purchasable Mew at Nintendo World NYC?
Possibly.
Yeah, I think that could be a thing.
The only thing is, like, it makes... Like, are there going to be QR codes? Because if they do QR codes, oh yeah, I'm sorry, we're all sold out of Bulbasaur and Charizards.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna get the... How I think it's gonna work is that you'd have to, like, you'd pay in general, but instead of getting something physical, they would just give you a code.
Just imagine if they actually allow you... Oh yeah, you mean like the codes from, like, how GameStop does Pokemon?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, but just imagine if, they, other than the Smash Bros. Amiibo, they release a whole Pokemon Amiibo wave after wave, as, you know, like that.
That would be so expensive. Just imagine how expensive that would be, though.
What?
Just imagine how expensive that would be, though.
I know, but Nintendo wants the money.
Like, jeez.
I know. Nintendo
Good luck collecting all those Amiibo.
What?
Good luck collecting all those Amiibo.
Trust me, Smash Bros. And Pokemon are probably going to be the ones that I really just collect only.
If Pokemon actually ends up getting an Amiibo line.
I mean, at least we're just
actually, I feel like instead of doing Amiibo, Nintendo might do something like that, like a separate line.
And wait, the only thing is they could make it interesting regarding that it's not regular Amiibo cards. They could be just regular Pokemon.